My World Podcast.
My World Podcast.
Welcome again into My World. I'm Isidra Person-Lynn. And for this 19th episode, yes, 19th, the 18th was scrapped, but it might be on again, you never know. We decided to talk to the first person I knew who had an iPhone. And that's my husband, Dr. Kwaku Person-Lynn. When the iPhone was first announced, he was just awestruck. And I'm the gadget person. He doesn't get awestruck. So when Father's Day came this year, we said, what's the one thing that he would like to have? And that's the one thing that he would like to have. But, of course, it's very pricey. So we all chipped in, and we were able to do it. And we got him the iPhone. So we took the cameras out on the front porch, and here's Dr. Kwaku to tell you all about it. Now that you've had it for a few days, what do you think of the iPhone?
I think it's the most amazing small communication information device that's ever been created.
Wow, the most amazing. And you've had a lot of devices in your broadcasting world. Let's take a tour through your iPhone.
Yeah, there's two ways to turn it on. You can turn it on by pressing the home button right here, or there's a sleep wake button right here. So I will press the home button, and it's on, and then you go to the slider. So in the beginning, you see the main menu, which allows you to see all the things. This is the telephone, the mail. You see that little red dot with the number 1. It says that I have an email on my AOL account. It'll let you know which account has the email, and you just click the account and go to the inbox and click the email. That's one of the great features of this phone is no matter where I am, I can always check my email. And if I'm expecting something, like right now I'm expecting a book contract. So also it has the internet where I just push there and the internet will go on. It has the option of Wi-Fi. It's great because sometimes when I'm with some colleagues or friends, we're having one of those impromptu intellectual discussions and we're stuck on a fact or something, I can just go to the internet and check it out, do some quick research.
Just whip it out and there it is,
yeah, right? I have a list of albums here. If I want to look at videos, I'll just click that and I have a number of videos that I want to look at. This is also an iPod. This one has a speaker so you can hear it if you're out somewhere and you don't have your earphones.
So can you get My World Podcast on that?
Yeah.
So where's the... So
this is
My World Podcast?
My World Podcast is right there. Then there's a number of them,
all
and
the
I can.
Episodes are right there.
Yeah.
There's the menu. Oh my goodness.
I can go right here to My World Podcast.
So those of us who had the video iPod, we wanted the full screen. So the full screen came out in the name of the iPhone, because that's what we were all waiting for—the full screen.
One of the things I wanted to show you in the video is you can scroll through. I have My World iPod. You can scroll through and pick whatever one you want to pick. So if we go to photos, I go back, click the home button, go to photos, just tap it. Again, it's very sensitive. You just lightly tap it. Photos, go to my photo library, tap it, and there's a list of photos. I can do several different things. I can scroll through. I have a number of photos on here. I can scroll through, the photos, or I can just kind of tap one. It'll come up, and then I can turn it, and it'll go one way or the other. Wow. Depending on whether it's portrait or landscape.
Now from there, can you go from one photo to the next?
Yeah, I can just tap it, and then it'll go to a slideshow. Going from one photo to the next. Right now I'm at videos. Let's go to music, to the playlist, and I can flip through. These are different songs or different albums, and I can click on a particular album. So let me just click Al Jarreau. Click Al Jarreau. Those are the songs. And then I can click through different albums. This is called cover flow. Click through different albums that I have album artwork for. This is Al Jarreau with a song, Try a Little Tenderness, from a live concert.
Right. Oh, that's great. Go, Al Jarreau.
Yeah. When you want to end your music, you just go to the song, put on pause, go back to the menu.
What is this deal deal that Apple has with YouTube. What is that about?
Well, let me press the home button, and you can go directly to YouTube. I'll just click YouTube, and it's going to take, a couple seconds to come up. And, well, it didn't. It came up pretty fast. So if I wanted to see something on YouTube, it gives you a selection.
So that's a YouTube.
Yeah, this happens to be a Father's Day greeting, I guess. That's the volume I just slid.
So it talks, you can talk to it, it communicates, you have the internet. It's got so many things, and this is just scratching the surface. I mean, every time I play with it.
Calculator.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now there's got to be some drawback to it.
In terms of drawbacks, I think what I would mention right now would be the phone quality is not as good as you would expect on a regular cell phone. I think on regular cell phones the phone quality is a little better. I think the battery...
I called you on a cell phone. It sounds fine to me. Do you mean just through the headphones?
Through the headphones here. If I'm listening to it like this, the battery meter won't move in music. I think what really eats up the batteries when I go online, go to the internet, that really seems to chew up the battery life. I don't know how long it'll last. I've never let it go down all the way, but it still allows you to do all those various different things.
Right, and then when you listen to music, I understand you can listen for hours and hours and hours.
Listening to music, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't drain the battery that much at all. And like I said, I can walk for an hour, come back, and the battery meter hasn't moved at all. But I can be online for about 20-30 minutes and I can see the battery meter move.
Another drawback that I see is with the Sidekick. The kids use both of their thumbs when they're trying to text message each other, but with this one you can't text message with both thumbs because it only comes the vertical way, it doesn't come the horizontal way.
And that's true. Right. And say I want to write a note. Okay, the keyboard shows up. Now, on most phones, you can go and do with your thumbs. But with this one, you can't do that. But I understand with the new upgrades that are coming out, you will be able to do it horizontally, and then you can use both thumbs in terms of writing a note or something like that.
When everyone was standing in line waiting for the iPhone, were you out there for days and days?
No way. I'm not that fanatical about it. What we did on the first day, June 29th, we waited until the evening because the store was open. It reopened at 6 p.m. to midnight. So we went around 9 or 10 o'clock, and there wasn't much of a line. We were in the line for about 15 minutes. So it was a fun thing, going to the Grove late at night at the Apple store because there's so much going on, or any other store at that time.
Everybody's standing there in line anticipating purchasing one. How'd you feel when you walked out?
Oh, I felt great. It was something I really wanted, and more so than anything, it was my family that bought it for me, so it was a special gift. And when I took it home and started playing with it, I mean, just seeing the versatility of it, it's just phenomenal. It's the most phenomenal little machine I've ever seen in my life.
So it lived up to the hype.
Yes, it did, and more.
Before we let you go, you have summer classes going on, Black History for Young People. How's that going?
Oh, that's great. I mean, I have on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to noon, I have Black History for Young People for 6 weeks, and they are just absorbing the information, getting information that they normally would not get in their academic career, even on the university level. So they question a lot, they're inquisitive, they're wondering where did this come from, and nobody told them. So it's great. And then I'm starting an adult class, which will be on 11 Friday nights from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., beginning September 28th at Chaos Studios in Leimert Park. So you're all invited. It's a beautiful bonding, the group bonds, we get together, but we learn a lot. We have some really great discussions.
Okay, and then also your classes at Loyola Marymount University. So you have a full summer and fall coming up. If people want more information about the classes, you can go to my website.
You can go to my website at www.drkwaku.com. drkwaku.com. You can get all the information coming up in November. The Thanksgiving weekend, we'll be doing African Mental Liberation films in San Diego, and other information that's on there. You can read some of the essays that I've written, books that I've written, CDs and DVDs that you can order, and other things. So, explore it.
Thank you so much for speaking with us at My World Podcast.
It's been a pleasure.